Dun, 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 dun. Hey, everybody, it's Tiffany, and welcome to a Wednesday, Tuesday live. And we are here today with Paper and Ink Boutique in Calgary, Alberta, and Paper and Ink Boutique. So, I guess I should say, you might be watching me on the Paper and Ink Boutique Facebook page for this live event, but it's also being broadcast on our other channels as well. So if you are in Canada and you are looking for a great place to shop for two products, the organization option products, Paper and Ink Boutique is a great choice. They carry the full line of two products, and they're even going to have the brand new stuff that's going to be here at the end of the month. So watch, we're going to talk a little bit about that as we get into the live today. But if you are ready to get and stay organized in your craft room, in your home, in your craft cart, your drawer, your shelf, wherever, the Organized Option has the best products for helping you get and stay organized. We're going to talk about those today. So what do I need to let you know? I need to let you know that Kimberly is in my ear. So if you have a question in the chat, type the word question in all caps so it really pops out for Kimberly, and or a bunch of question marks, and write your question, and she will try to get those questions to me. If we don't see your question, because sometimes the feed goes really fast, please reach out to Paper and Ink Boutique. Julia will probably be able to answer those questions as well, and I'm happy to answer those questions at a later time. Okay, what else do I need to let you know? If you're shopping with Paper and Ink Boutique today for the Organized Option products, you are going to get 15% off just today only, the entire line of two products. And her website, she's really done a beautiful job on the website. It's a big banner today. When you click on that banner, it's going to take you right to the Organized Option, tell you a little bit about the company and how we started, and then show you all the products. So if you need the Organized Option and you're local, pop into the store. And if you want them shipped anywhere in Canada, they will ship for you, but you can save 15% on the Organized Option today. Okay, I think that's all the business. Woo, woo. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Organized Option, I used to have a brand called Totally Tiffany, and some crazy things happened. And now I relaunched, partnering with my good friend Stephanie Bernard from the Stamps of Life, with this brand. And really, it is our goal to give you some really great organization products. We know that if you're well organized while you're crafting, that you're going to craft more often, you're going to have more fun, you're going to invite more people to join you, you're going to be far more excited about traveling to Paper and Ink Boutique to check things out, or maybe do a crop or an event. It's easy to organize your stuff, and that is what we are here for today. Okay, so what are we going to start with? We're going to start with Create a Case. And this is a brand new line. It is one of my favorite lines. I'm going to flip to my overhead here, and I will take you on first kind of an overall tour, and then we'll talk about the individual pieces. So this is the big carry it all number one. So all the bags in the Create a Case line have a number and a name. This is number one, the big bag. And it is going to contain all of the small bags, or hold all the small bags. Now, before I get too far with this, though, I want to talk to you about the fact that Create a Case bags. So this is number two. This is 13 by 13. So obviously you can see it easily is going to hold your 12 by 12 items. There's a lifting ribbon built in, and that means if you cram stuff in there, you can pull up that lifting ribbon, and it's going to help you bring those things out of there. So one of the general principles of Create a Case is that it is crushable and stuffable, right? So you can literally fold it up into this tiny little bag to store it, or you can stuff it full of things, or you can fill it halfway, fold it over, and then it's only taking up half that space. So crushable and stuffable is what's unique about the Create a Case bag line. All the bags have double zippers on them. All of them have label pockets on them as well. All of them have at least one handle. Some have two. So that's the number two, and that is going to fit 12 by 12. You're going to love it for that. Okay, now let's look at the number three, and this is the perfect. Okay, so what I want you to notice is look how they're all packed in there, right? There's no puzzle to it. It's really easy to fit them in. They go in a variety of different ways, but they do all pack in nice and neat and tidy. So the number three, and this is, I have this one loaded up with adhesives, but imagine being at that crafting event and just opening that bag, flipping that lid back, and having access to all of these things. But they all stay organized when that bag is sitting on your workspace, right? So you can pull things in and out. And then when you're ready to go home or close up that workspace. Now, a lot of times I talk about traveling, and if you're thinking in your head, I don't really travel anywhere. You might not travel across the country, but you probably travel across your craft room and maybe across your house to the living room or something like that. All these bags make it easy to do that. Okay, so that's the number 3. This is the number 4, a little shorter and fatter than the number 3. Great place for storing all kinds of basic supplies. Again, clear, visible, accessible, whatever you've got in there, you're absolutely going to love how accessible it is and how visible it is. There's that lifting ribbon if you need it again there too. Again, with the label pocket on the top. So when you look into the big base bag, you are going to see everything that's in there. Handle on the side, easy to carry. Okay, the number 5, obviously you can tell already, it is designed around 6 by 6. It's actually 7.5 by 7.5. I'm going to show you more uses for each of these bags too after we go through this initial introduction, but perfect for anything that's 6 by 6. The number 6, this is what we call the tiny tote, and it is a great way to store and keep things together that you use together. It's awesome for crafting. It's also amazing for travel, just regular travel, cosmetics, all those kind of things, perfect in there. And then the number 7, long and lean. So this guy is long enough for rulers and scissors and those kind of long tools, but also a great place for these types of pods, right? They're a little bit different shape than what we've used in the past and the round flat embellishment paste, but you're going to love it for that as well. And then again, all of it is going to pack right back in to your number 1 big bag. Just so easy. And I don't know, it's almost fun to put everything back together in there. So these come all together. This comes in a set. You get all of them together in the Create a Case bundle, and they are also available separately. So you can buy them however many you need for whatever you're trying to sort, store, or organize. Okay, so I'm going to just 1 second. I'm going to grab a couple more options, and I'm going to talk about some ways that you can actually, I guess, some storage philosophies, if you will, things that are going to help you get organized, stay organized, really just your thinking about getting organized. So, well, one of my philosophies about organization is keep things together that you use together whenever possible. And so I have a couple of examples of that here. I'm going to flip this back over. So this again is the 6 by 6. It's called actually the Simply Squared. And these are all the parts and pieces for working with sealing wax, right? So I've got the glue gun that I use for the wax sticks, and they're all here. And then I've packed in the little tiny tote here, the number 6, and inside that are all the little things that you use, right? Handles, seals, they're all in there. So everything stays together. I'm keeping the things together that I use together. So as you're deciding, what do I need in terms of Create a Case bags? What am I going to store in them? And how am I going to store those things? Really try to think, what are these things that I'm going to use together, and how do I keep them together? So this was the number, the Simply Squared, the number 5. And this one, right? This is all embossing. So again, I just put my anti-static bag into one of our little flip-flap pockets, which are also available. Just to keep the dust down on that, right? But all the different things that you have, tools, embossing powders, you might have some embossing inks you want to keep in here, just the plain one, so that when you are ready to do something, really the goal is, how do I get my hands on what I need and know that I have everything sort of in one quick grab, right? Which is why I love a handle, right? I call it a one-hand grab. So that I can actually sit down and spend my time crafting rather than digging and searching and looking for things here and there, forgetting what I have even. Well, when you've got everything together, if you're going to do this type of crafting or you're going to use this technique, you can just grab it and you have it all at one time. You're going to love it. Also, though, works great for storing kind of weird and wonky things, right? So these are punch boards. They're a weird shape. They have instruction books. They have pieces that fall out. So keeping everything in a bag. And again, this is that simply squared. If you like paper pouncers, right? This is 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, sorry, 9 paper pouncers. You could put a 10th one in there. If you had 10, there's a little space there. But a great way, again, to grab all of those things. And then when you're working with them, just open the bag and use them that way. So there's so many just different ways. You're looking at basic storage. You're looking at being able to travel with things. You're looking at being able to drop things into a tote or slide things onto a shelf. And all of the Create a Case bags work flawlessly for that. Again, cinch machine, right? It's heavy, it's bulky, it's weird shaped. This is a good way to travel with that or store that as well. Again, everything contained in one place. And then, of course, we have some weird ink shapes. So this is the same bag, just standing up. So this is the Close to My Heart ink. This is again, the number 4. Yes, the number 4. Close to, and so you could probably get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, probably 16, 15 or 16 of the Close to My Heart ink pads in there. And you can store it this way, standing up. You can see the color coding on the end of it. Yeah, easy access. You're going to love it for that as well. Now, when you look at the big bag, it does have reinforced. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you another use for the big bag while I'm talking about it. The big bag does have reinforced handles. So if you think, oh, that's going to pull through the plastic, it is not. Both the side and the top handle, if I can show it to you, it's kind of hard to see the black, right? So this is all cutting mats and just a variety of trimmers, which are kind of difficult to store, difficult to move around with. So I've got them all tucked in there. But inside here, you see we've got this extra webbing. So it's sewn into the seams, and then the handles are sewn into that as well. So you don't have to worry about that handle ripping through the plastic when you get this bag loaded up. How many pounds of goodies can you put in the bag? I haven't actually weighed it with everything in it, but I have had all of these things, including the cinch, including the ink pads, all the things that are kind of heavy in there, and carried it around. So I'm going to say probably close to 10 pounds, maybe 12, depending on what you've got. But really just a super simple, easy way to organize all of that. All right. Question. How many times could you fold your Create a Case before seeing the crease is the question. Boy, I don't think it's a matter of how many times you would fold them before you see the crease. I think it would be more based on how long you had it folded and where it was. Because as soon as you flatten it out, you fold it up once, and then if it's not stored for months, those creases aren't going to set in there, right? You're going to open it up, throw something into it, and the crease is going to come out. If you folded it up, I mean, it's vinyl, so there's so many factors. There's dirt and dust and heat and cold. So vinyl gets more flexible in the heat and less flexible in the cold. I don't think I don't have a tested answer on that, but I don't think it's a concern. I mean, I even roll some of them up, and I have taken them everywhere with me, right? I have one of these, and this is those of you in the north where it gets cold. I have one of these in my car, and it is all, for me, it's all golf clothes and shoes and stuff. But for you, you might load one up with winter, like your winter emergency kit, right? Extra clothes, extra jackets, whatever, because you can't crush it down and zip it in. So if you got your blanket and your down jacket and gloves and a beanie, and you want to keep that as kind of your emergency wardrobe in your car, it's great for that. I'll tell you the other thing is because they're clear, women of a certain age, right, or people of a certain age, when you're looking into a bag that has black sides on it and a black bottom, it's hard to see what's in there. And so not only does the clear help you see what it is on the shelf, but it just helps you see into the bag, period. So sorry, I don't have a really good answer for that, but yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue unless you left them folded up for a long time. And then I don't even know that you would see the crease. Like once it warms up, the vinyl, like I said, it stretches back out. It's going to, it's a little bit malleable. So I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. I do want to show you another cool thing though with these. So for those of you who are TT fans, Totally Tiffany, and have had Totally Tiffany products in the past, I'm going to show you if you have either the Lois tote or the Cindy tote. And for the rest of you, I will let you know right now that we are working on a new version of the Lois tote or Cindy tote. So if you see this little demo and you think, oh, I want that tote, we've got one in the works. But one of the great things about these, this number 2, is that it will slide in and out of your Cindy or Lois tote really easily, right? So we're going to put that one in backwards, but so you can see, right, this, and you could put, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could probably get 6 or 7, again, depending on how thick they are, into your tote. So if you're organizing things by project or, I don't know, tools or whatever, putting them in this tote works really well. Now, if you are a soft crafter, so this is quilting rulers and embroidery hoops, I put the handle down the side. Now I can open the top and pull things in and out, right? So this one's loaded with vinyl rolls. So if you've got this sitting next to your desk and you want to pull things in and out, it's really easy. This one is everything. Oh, I'm going to get it upside down. Everything for a quilting project. But you can unzip the top then, and once you get those loaded in there, you can pull things in and out of them really easily. So it's a great way to transport them, turn it on the side and unzip it, and then leave it by your chair, and you'll be able to pull things, again, whether that's 12 by 12 paper or vinyl or sewing or any of those types of things in and out of the back, in and out of your Lois or Cindy tote, or the coming soon Cindy Lou tote. They're going to work great and fit so well in there. All right, I think that's it for Create a Case, unless you have some other questions, which I'm really happy to answer as we go along. Now I'm going to share with you some of the really great uses. So I'm going to try to talk while I'm moving things around, so you can really great uses for our other line, which is actually, much as I love Create a Case, Perfect Pouch is, I don't know, it's so cute. It's so fun. It's great. It's so cute and fun. Okay, Perfect Pouch. Perfect Pouch is a series of 11 pieces, right? And when you look at them, you think, okay, well, that looks like pouches I've seen before, but they're so different. So the first thing you'll notice is there's a handle on the side, and you'll see these little silver rings. I mean, the handle on top, silver rings. Now this one, there are 2 that are gusseted out, right? The small square and the big basic pouch. And they do have a label pocket on the side. And you'll also notice when you open them, the zippers on these go all the way around the back. And that means when you open that pouch, it's wide open at the top. So it's easy to get things in and get things out. You know, a lot of large pouches, they have that straight zipper across the top. And even though the pouch might be 12 by 12 and this one's 13, you can actually put something in that's 12 by 12 because the zipper takes up a little bit of that top space. So the Perfect Pouches, we've addressed kind of all of those issues. They all come with a set of 2 silver rings. I'll show you how to use those in a minute. The small square and the large square have an extra ribbon on the side, and that is so you can attach one of our shoulder straps. So if you're at a crafting event or you're shopping or you're doing all these other things I'm going to show you some examples of, you can put that on a shoulder strap and carry it crossbody. Now, the other thing about them is they're incredibly lightweight. So again, our supplies are heavy and bulky, and especially paper. right? So you don't want to add a bunch of weight with your bag. So they're very durable. They're strong. They're vinyl. Of course, they've got the fibers that run through them to help with that strengthening, but they are very lightweight. So you're going to love it for so many different things. All right. So let's kind of go through, I'm going to set this aside for a minute. Let's kind of go through the pieces and how these are used. So this one, this idea, this is two of the same pouch hooked together. This is our double pocket paper pouch. And you can see, again, the zipper on this goes around the corner. Then it's got another zipper across the front, another pocket on the front. And what I've done here is connect two of those together. And what's in there? All my watercolor supplies, right? So I've got watercolor paper. I've got watercolor pencils. I've got a collapsible cup. I've got a little mat to put down. Again, the paper is in there. Everything's protected. Everything's portable. And it's on that shoulder strap. So whatever project you're working with, and then also, right, this is the little round pouch. So if you want to put your car keys, your coins, your lipstick, or some other small accessory, maybe you have a watercolor pencil sharpener that you want to carry, but you just have these cute little accessories and they all are just going to clip on with those little rings. So they're so much fun and so functional to work with. So my sister actually came up with this idea. She does watercolor. And when she saw this, she went crazy for this bag and this configuration of bags. But the beautiful thing about them is you can connect them together any way you want, right? Whatever is going to work for you. So this is one of my favorite configurations for just carrying as a crossbody, right? So if I'm doing an outdoor activity, especially somewhere where I might want to see, where they might want to see through the bag, this is a great bag for that. Now this happens to be loaded if you are a stamper with just a bunch of different sizes and shapes of block, right? The little round block here in the front pocket, easy peasy. And then of course, if you have blocks, if you have little tiny blocks, right, for those small stamps, these are all packed into this little bag right here. So you can mix and match these, connect them together on the outside or tuck them in on the inside. And you're going to love how easy it is to keep control of things like your blocks, right? Where are these? How are you going to find them? Especially if you're traveling with them. This is a great way to pack them all up and take them with you and keep them all organized, all in one place, zip it closed, and you're out the door. So not only do you have cuteness, you also have real good organization that you can see, right? Things are easy to find. Okay, so this is also another, like a small kit. So this is a crochet kit. I've got my crochet needles and tools in this front one. So this is the pen pouch. I've used 2 rings to connect the pen pouch here. And then inside is just this whole crochet kit and the instructions for making this adorable little manatee. But again, keeping things together, I use together. But if you like to keep a little craft project in your car, or maybe you craft with kids or grandkids, this is a great way to give them a little organization tool as well. So that is the small square and the pen pouch on that one. Okay. If you wear a lanyard to work or you're going to an event, take the pen pouch and connect it to your lanyard. And now you have somewhere to put your reading glasses or your sunglasses, a pen if you have to carry business cards or something like that. It's right around your neck. It's easy to pull those things in and out. So the pen pouch, super versatile for that type of thing, especially, a lot of people work where they have to wear a lanyard or a badge. This is a great addition to your lanyard or badge. So you can carry things, again, like reading glasses, pen, that type of stuff. All right. So this one is all connected together, right? So I've got the pen pouch here. I've got the square pouch here, and this is loaded with markers. This one is loaded with baker's twine, but any little crafty accessory is going to work in there. And then I did have one more connected across the front, the cash pouch. And I'm going to show that to you right now, actually. I took it off because it actually is part of my storage system for which I will also show you. So creative connector, if you don't have a creative connector, you definitely want to get one. But even the little cash pouch, now I can connect across the front of this. And now I have all these bags connected together. This one's unconnected. I was going to show you how to connect. So the rings, there's just a little hinge in there, right? So you just push down on that hinge, and then it's going to connect to the bag or to other rings. That is how these go together. So when you buy these, you can buy, they all come with 2 rings, but you can buy an extra set of rings, and then you can go longer. So this one has like double rings here, that type of thing. So however you want it to hang, but you've got this is the ID pouch. So it's perfect for ID, credit cards, that type of thing. Throw it in your purse, clip it into your purse, use the ring to clip it into your purse. I use one of these with I have a keyless car, and you can throw that key into your purse, but if your purse spills over in the car or dumps somewhere and that key falls out, then you got to search, and they're often black, and the interior of our cars is black, and finding all that stuff is difficult. So I just have I have this clipped into my bag. I have my keyless car key in here, and then if I need to give my husband the key or valet the key or something like that, I can just unzip it and hand it over. But it makes it really easy, and I don't ever have to worry about it falling out of my bag, right? It's clipped in there. And you might be thinking, oh, well, my keyless key comes with a double jump ring. I could clip that in there. Well, you can, but then you got to mess with a double jump ring to get it in and out. That's what I used to do. So this makes it really easy. Just put it in the pouch, zip it closed, take it out. So many different uses. But let's see what else is on here. So I guess I'm going to unclip this so you can get a better look at what's here. So I'm going to open this too. Okay. So again, lid goes all the way back once you open it. And now, so this is all loaded up with markers. You can see all of them. You can get to all of them. So simple, right? So how we really craft what we really need. Then underneath this, I've got the skinny pouch. And in the skinny pouch, I've got scissors and rulers, right? So other tools going to fit in there perfectly. Beneath the skinny pouch, I have the double pocket paper pouch. Again, easy access. And again, that zipper goes around the corner. So pulling that paper in and out, I got a magazine in there, paper, pulling it in and out is really easy because of the way that zipper is configured. And back here, again, I've got a whole pad of 12 by 12 cardstock. I've got a 12 by 12 fancy folio. If I'm going to work on a project, I can get everything I need for a project in all these little pouches, throw it over my shoulder, out the door I go. And again, maybe I'm not going across town or across the country. I might just be going to a girlfriend's house or leaving my craft room and going to watch TV and binge on something while I work on a project. Again, a super easy way to connect all of those things together. So the uses for crafting are, I mean, there's so many, but that's not the only way you're going to love using this. One of my favorite ways is pool or beach bag. So in the 12 by 12, in the big base, which is bigger than 12 by 12, I've got a full-size beach towel. I've got a book, sunscreen, water bottle, right? These are all the things that I might leave at, on the ground, at the park, at the beach, at the pool. But in this front bag, I'm going to have things like my phone, my wallet, my car key, the stuff I wouldn't leave, because when I'm going to walk away, go to the snack bar, take a walk on the beach, walk around the park, I can just disconnect this piece from the whole set and throw it across my shoulder using the shoulder strap. Super simple, super easy, everything, right? This little one has got my earbuds in it. So you can see things, they're in there. They're so accessible and so easy to use. You're absolutely going to love them. I mean, this is by far the most fun. I'm a golfer. Some of you already know that. Flawless on the golf course, right? The cash pouch holds golf bags. So does the skinny pouch. Skinny pouch also holds my cooling towels. Just a great all-around tool for storing, organizing, and traveling with things. Okay, so I think that's all the Create a Case and Perfect Pouch. If you have questions and you put them in the feed, Kimberly will ask me. But I want to talk to you guys about what's coming also. So we have the 1.5-inch basic boxes, which are coming in individual sizes. So those are arriving soon, and I'm sure Julia will have them at Paper and Ink Boutique. And they are just an awesome way to store so many different things. So you're going to see me pull them off the shelf here. But the beautiful thing about them is that you can configure them into any shape. So you could put them in a drawer. You can use them on a shelf like I've got. You can surround your workspace with these little boxes. So especially if you're doing something like quilling or diamond dots, something where there's all these little pieces and you want to kind of segment everything out, but then you want to store it. I should stop talking and show you. So here's just a variety of boxes, right? So these are all different mini inks, different sizes, different shapes, different brands, different types. I have them arranged in the perfect size to slide onto my shelf. This is the IKEA cube with the paper sorters. Now, you might be looking at this and saying, well, we don't have that. Ours are all the same distance. I just left the middle shelf out. So I left the middle shelf, which gave me this height for this one right here. But the beautiful thing about this is, I'm going to go to my overhead, is that I can take these clips off, right? The clips are reusable. And if I want to use this way along my workspace, so I have this space clear, but I've got all the things still available to me. Or if I wanted to go around the corner, you can't see that, right? Around the corner of my workspace, I can take them apart. So there's just one or two, and then I can just put them all back together. So I'm going to use my Creative Connector tool. I'm going to just load the clips into the back of it. Very simple. The clips being reusable is just really a key feature of how this all works. Now, I would also clip them together while I was working, right? Just to keep everything from moving around on my desk, but however you want to work with it. Now, the key to this is you load the clips in the back. And then when you use it, you want to be straight up and down over whatever you're clipping it to. You do not need to use as many clips as I've used here. I like a lot of clips, though, because I'm moving it off and on the shelf, right? If it's just in your drawer, if it's just on your workspace, you could clip the boxes together with just one clip. I like the extra clips. It makes it more stable for moving it around. This one, I almost forgot. Happy accident on this, that it fits in this configuration into the number 2 Create-A case. So if you wanted to travel with all of these, you could zip them into the number 2 Create-A case. Now, this configuration, these boxes come in a bundle with the Creative Connector and 8 clips. And then you can buy additional clips. This is the little number 6 Create-A case. And so the clips come in silver and they come in multicolor as well. You can put both boxes in your clips, and then you can see I have all my boxes labeled here. I'll talk about the size box in a second. These are all the labels. So, well, if you haven't seen I did a little video on this, but I pre-cut all these sizes. The colors mean different things, but the card, right? This card is my cheat note that tells me how big the color score card is, how big the white card is. And then these are the ones that are actually in my house. So that's like the colored cheat sheet. So when I'm going to label something, I know what size. If I don't have it pre-cut already, I have a ton of them pre-cut in here. I know what size to recut those. So just a little organization tip there. So the question is, I'm going to show you something else. The question is, do these boxes fit in the Create-A case? So they were not designed to fit in the Create-A case. This was a happy accident that you could get this configuration. You could also get a different configuration of them in here too. You could do probably 3 of this one and 1 of this one to fill it up, right? So that was all a happy accident. It works really well for that. I mean, this is all inks. The thing I love about this is that I can have this at home, right, this way. I don't need it in the bag at home. I'm going to pull it off my shelf. I'm going to have access to everything. So this one is all loaded up with different kinds of things. It even has a label on the front, and it still fits in there, right? So all the different things that you might have or need, fun. I don't know, when you look at these things, this makes you go, oh, I want to make something, right? This glitter, the sparkle, the flowers, the wax makes you think, I'm ready to be creative. But this one is labeled on the shelf. And this is where I was talking about putting those extra clips on, right? This stuff is heavy. So you want to use the extra clips. It's kind of popping off, but all you have to do, push it back down. Right now I've got even the label there, so I can just slide it right back onto my shelf. Easy peasy. So happy accident that the 1.5 inch boxes, which are coming in individual sizes at the end of the month. So if you love them for drawer organization, for this, for that, you're going to be able to buy them not just in the configuration or in the bundle, but in the individual sizes. La, la, la. Okay, this is another kind of a sneak peek thing. These are the 4-inch boxes, also going to be available at the end of the month. And so if you are needing to store something that's bigger and deeper, and you want to put it into, so this is the big bag, the number 1, and then I just have a variety of the 4-inch boxes in there. I haven't even had a chance to fill them up yet, right? But I'm thinking that this is going to be so perfect for wrapping supplies, ribbons and bows and that type of thing, because you'll be able to see all the different colors or all the different styles, slide it under your bed or stand it up in the closet, whatever you're going to do with it. So the number 1 created case does work with the 4-inch tall basic boxes. Okay. There's lots of videos about this, and Julia did such a beautiful job with the website and the information about the organized option, and I'll be sure and connect her with some of the videos that talk about these things as they come out so you can see more and learn more about them. But this is the created case number 3. I'm going to go to my overhead here. And so this has the smaller 3-inch boxes inside it, right? But the other created cases are only 3 inches tall, and there aren't, this again is just a freak thing that one fit in there, that those 2 fit in there. So there's a lot of demand for the boxes, so you may see more boxes coming. But also remember the Zip and Go bag line that we have. All the Zip and Go bags have the boxes on the inside of them. So like this is the Merle Zip and Go, right? So the boxes are already in there. So if you're looking for something with more structure, look at the Zip and Go, also available at Paper and Ink Boutique. And if you popped on after we started, just a reminder that all of the 2 products at Paper and Ink Boutique are on special today, only 15% off. And that's whether you order online or you go into the store and pick up what you need right away. So the Zip and Go bags come in a variety of sizes. I'm going to show you 2 right now. We weren't going to talk about Zip and Go with a lot of detail today, but here I am. I get too excited and I can't stop. So this is, if you are a stamper, this is the Stephanie Zip and Go bag. It is available. All these products are available. Okay. So you can see oval, rectangle, oblong inks, and even bigger spools of ribbon are going to fit in the Stephanie bag. Now, somewhere between 5 and 6 inks per. So you're going to get 20 to 24 inks in there. Some inks, I think these are even smaller, 2, 4, 6. So I've got 7 of the ovals in there. So that's like Catherine Pooler, that shape. So 7. So then you're going to get 28 inks. So there's a little bit depending on how thick they are. If you are using it you decide you want to store ribbon in it, you can also place your boxes up this way for getting that ribbon in and out. And then much like using the Merle bag for ribbon, you can also, if you want to use it as a way to feed ribbon, you can pull the zipper around. Now, I only have 1 spool out, but if it was 10 spools of ribbon, you could have all of them kind of hanging out, and then you can just pull them without making a big mess or taking everything out. So It's going to work. It's great if you're a stamper. You are going to love, love, love it for ink storage. This is the Stephanie bag. It is available now. But we have another bag. I know you're thinking, what do I do with my smaller ink pads? Well, what you're going to do with your smaller ink pads is put them in the Chastity bag. Now, Chastity's new. She's not out yet. She'll be here at the end of the month. So make sure you put that, mark your shopping list for Chastity. If you like Tim Holtz, Ulta New, or even the Diamond Press inks, you're going to love Chastity. Same thing, right? The boxes pull up. You're going to get 6, 5, 6, 7, depending on the size and depth of the inks in each box. Even if you like Diamond Press, so the Diamond Press inks are a weird shape, right? They've got that weird like diamond shape, but they're going to fit perfectly into the Chastity bag also. And you can use those label stickers to put the colors on the outside so you know exactly what color each of those inks is. It makes it really simple. I also have been able to get 12 re-inkers in there. So if you like to carry your re-inkers with you, oh, and I have to go back to another thing in Perfect Pouch in just a minute. That's a great way to store those. Now, you notice when I pulled that out, I pulled it out at a little bit of an angle. So there's a little hole at the top. Obviously, you don't want to spill those out everywhere. So if you just pull it back a little bit at an angle, it's going to work flawlessly. So the Chastity is coming soon. She'll be here at the end of the month. So definitely mark your calendar for that. And Julia will have this at the end of the month, right? So everything I'm showing, well, she has the whole line. She's going to, everything we've got, she's got. So she will have this. Yeah, end of the month. People are really excited about this. So Sherry wants to know the best bag for Lisa Horton ink pads, and I don't know what size they are. So if they're, oh, Stephanie. So the vast majority of what's out there for inks today are oval, oblong, or rectangle, and they are going to fit in the Stephanie bag. And then the weird ones, the squares, the rounds, the diamond shape, those are going to fit in the Chastity bag. Now, I don't know if Julia has these on the website or not, but if she doesn't, we can get them to you, or we can add that, have her add them. But there is what we call a product grid for every one of our product lines. And it's a great thing to download off her website, keep on your computer, print it out, because it gives you all of the dimensions for all of these products. So if you are thinking, I'm going to reorganize my craft cart, I need things that fit in this dimension, you can print those out and have exactly the dimensions for everything handy and available. And then you're able to shop, make your shopping list from there. So you make sure that you get the right sizes and shapes of things. So yeah, so Stephanie, it sounds like Stephanie's the right one. I want to show you something else about Perfect Pouches. This is the skinny pouch. It has, again, the square inks in it, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, probably 18 small inks. I have 2 of the bigger kind of rectangle inks here. I think this is what Catherine Pooler size for her mini ink. She doesn't use the cubes, but they fit perfectly in here. Why do I love this? Because when you have those mini inks in here, if you're traveling with them, they're tight. They fit in there nice and tight, so the lids are not coming off, and it's pretty visual. You can really see what's in there, right? I want to show you something else I didn't know I loved about this, and I do now. I took this with me, and you could see one of these bottles, I didn't have the lid on tight, and it leaked. And when Suzanne saw this, I said, oh my gosh, that leaked everywhere. And she goes, yeah, but you know where it's not? It's not in your suitcase or in your tote bag. And I thought, you're right. It's a mess, but it's all right here. So one of the nice things, now, if you get it on the zipper, is it going to bleed through the zipper? Sure, it's just fabric, but it does add that layer of protection. And again, in here, 2 ink pads, 2 minis, 2 refills. Would I store my ink this way? No. But if I'm going to an event, this is a great way to say, okay, I'm working on a project where I just need these inks. Maybe it's 3 ink pads, or you're not taking your re-inkers and you're just going to put the mini inks in there with that. But again, when you zip this closed, it's tight, so it keeps the lids on these things. Didn't help me with the lids on these, but like Suzanne said, It's not in my suitcase or in my tote bag. It's all right there contained where I can take a little bit of rubbing alcohol and clean it all up. So these bags, both of them, the same. I had the same thing happen with the Merle bag. It was also loaded with this. And again, I don't know why I don't check the tops. It leaked everywhere. I'm going to put up a post about that on social media, but it was all in the bag, but it wasn't in my suitcase or my tote. So really great little benefit to that. All right, Miss Kimberly, do we have any other questions, or does anybody want to see something? These basic boxes, right, the 4-inch basic boxes are also coming soon, and they work for so many different things. You can see I've got a shelf load of them. They're great in your craft cart. They're great in your deep drawers as well. We've got them that fit, you know, our 4x6 pockets, 5x7 pockets, 6x6, 9x6. They all fit in there, and they're really just what I love about them. Open access. So if you take your craft cart and you organize it with these boxes, everything's accessible, right? You can really see everything. You can get to everything. There's no lids. There's no container. Same thing if you pull open a drawer and you've got all these 4x6 pockets or 5x7 or 9x6 pockets in there. You can flip through those files really, really easy. Everything's visible. Everything's accessible. If you've got them on a deeper shelf, I'm going to see if I have like this, right? You can connect 2 of them together. And now I have access to the back of the shelf without having to go in and paw through. I can just pull that off the shelf and put it back. So whether you're using short boxes, tall boxes, deep shelves, narrow shelves, the basic box collections are going to work. And they're just, I love them so much. I don't know if some of you know, our warehouse is actually in Illinois. I just sent an order for 150 basic boxes because I am using them all over my house now. I can't imagine life without them, and I don't have enough. So yeah, my whole house is getting boxed, I guess. All right. Any other questions, Kimberly? Well, I confirm that Chastity holds 28. I do not think Chastity holds 28, Tim Holtz, but I will look. I think 24 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. 6 times 4 is 24. You could put one more in there. Okay, so this is a personal preference thing. And then you could, yes, it will. You can. But I like to leave a little bit of whole space at the top, because it makes it easier to pull the boxes in and out if you can get your finger in the finger hole. Does that mean you couldn't cram another one in there? Yes, but then it would render the lifting the finger hole probably, probably wouldn't work. But can you cram them in there? Well, let's get one and find out. It looks like you could. I have plenty of them, like most of us, right? I have more than enough. I have more than enough. The tag-along totes, I would love to. Okay. So Kimberly's in my ear, and I'm supposed to say what she says to me. Someone's asking about the tag-along totes. So yes, you can do it, but your finger hole is, I mean, if you have a long nail, you could kind of, well, you can still get it. So yes, the answer is yes. The proof has been given. Okay, let's talk about tag-along totes. Woo woo. I happen to have a secret stash of tag-along totes down here. Tag-along totes come in 3 sizes, 1, 2, and 3. This is number 2. All of them are similar in that they have a handle on the top. The zipper kind of unzips weirdly down the side, and that allows the top to fold down really nicely, so you have easy access to what's inside. Now, the tag-along totes also come with what I call a divider box, right? You can use it or not. I'm going to show you some uses for it. But one of the things that is cool about the tag-along box, about the divider box, is that if you have the Creative Connector tool, you can attach it wherever you want it to be, and it'll stay in that place. So if you're truly using it as a divider, and I think I've got one in here that's like that, then it's going to stay exactly where you want it. So this is the number 2 tag-along tote. No. This is the number 1 tag along tote. So this is what we call 5x7. It works with our 5x7 pockets, right? And you can see I've got punches and tools in here. Now you've got this, how I folded this front down. So if I'm working with this and I need to use these with it, now I've got that little like pouch in the front where I can throw things to keep them nice and neat and close and organized. They're not all over the table space while I'm using the tools that go with them. So this is the 5x7. So of course the 5x7 does work with our 5x7 pockets. I don't have one down here that's got 5x7 pockets in it, but it does work with our 5x7 pockets. So if you want to carry dies and stamps and embellishments and all those kind of things in there, you can do that as well. This is the 9x6. If you're a journal junkie or you love all things planners, this is a great box for that. It does work again with our 9x6 pockets. This one has 9x6, yep. Okay, if you're not familiar with the flip flap tab divider pockets, they are the upgrade from our old tab divider pockets, and they all have a flip flap to hold things in. But if you don't love it or you don't need it because you don't travel with your stuff and you're not worried about spilling things, you can either flip it behind and fold it down or tuck it in or cut it off. But you have that option now of that flip flap to hold things in place. So this is, and things that you might not even think about. So this is rickrack, binding, bias tape, all those types of things, right? Organized. These are the things that once you open them, they just make a mess in your sewing drawer, in your sewing basket, but file them easily. This one has 8 in it. It was kind of a tester. How many will it hold, right? So real easy to find those things. Also, this one, the 9x6, the number 3, works for your spell binders, platinum 6 plates, right? All those goodies are in there. And if you are in love with the new 6x8 paper size, the 9x6 pockets and the number 3 tag along tote are a perfect complement for the 9x6 papers. Small embossing folders, right? Especially this size, they get lost so easy. These are like the little strip ones. Throw them in a pocket. You can organize them. Really popular, the planner dies. They fit in the 9x6 pockets as well. So 9x6 is a great solution for so many things. It seems like kind of an odd shape, but it actually works really, really well. And then we're going to talk about, so here's another one where I have connected the tote. So I've got, or the divider box. I've got all these adhesives. I've got all my foam tape, super easy. Everything's visible. Everything's accessible. Handle on the top. Now, the piece de resistance, the 9x4 is also perfecto if you have and love your Spellbinder Scout. So I'm going to unzip this. And then as I open it, I'm just going to fold the top down like this. And there are all my cutting plates for my Scout. Nice, neat, tidy. Scout machine, tool, extra dies, paper, tape, all the things. So easy, cute, functional storage. And when I'm ready to put that away, I'm just going to pull, right? So I've got my plates in that little pocket. I'm just going to pull them back up on top, close it up, and zip it. And now I'm ready to go. Travel with it, store it, take it to the next room, whatever you want to do. You've got reinforced stitching on the top here with this nice handle. You can see into it with the pocket on the front. You're going to so love this for so many things, but especially for your Scout. All right, my friends, I think I've got everything, unless Kimberly, you have any more questions. Do we have boxes that are the same size as the chastity boxes separately? No, we have something similar. When you get the 4-inch boxes, there is one in the 4-inch box that is a similar size. I don't know what you're trying to put in it. It's a little taller and great for cylindrical kinds of tools, scissors, markers, that type of thing. But the basic box line has been so incredibly successful in just the little one, the few that we've released. I think that you're going to see a lot more of those. I love the way they connect together. I love how versatile they are. So Just because we don't have a chastity box now doesn't mean there won't be one in the future. And if you tell me what you're trying to put in it, I might be able to give you even some better guidance on what's out there that would work for that same thing. So, yeah. All right. Anything else, my friends? So remember, and Kimberly, interrupt me if you need anything before I wrap it up here. 15% off Paper and Ink Boutique. If you live in Canada, she ships everywhere in Canada. She has the entire line of the Organized Option products. Today and today only, you're getting 15% off, and that's whether you shop in the store or online. So if you're watching this, get your list together, head on into Paper and Ink Boutique today, or pop onto their website today and order all the things you need to get and stay organized with the Organized Option. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.